It's time for American Brain and Brawn, starring John Brinkus and Lacey Evans.
Whoa, look at me. Do you like this? Do you like my forearm? Can you see me?
Is there something I could see you. What about the forearm? Did you get a new tattoo?
I was just giving you the forearm, kind of like giving you the business. Look at that.
Oh, okay.
Do you see how big that is? Look at that.
Yeah.
Look how thick that is. It's like Popeye. See that?
I see that.
Let me see your forearm. Let me see it. Hold it up. Yeah, look at how skinny that is.
Well, let me tell you something. These bones will knock you the hell out, so keep running your mouth, okay? Good way to start the show, John. Already pissing me off.
Wow. God, you're just so moody sometimes. Like, you're super nice and then you're super mean. I wanted to tell everybody, welcome to Brain and Brawn. Lacey Evans, as you all know, is having a girl. She is having a second girl.
Another little lady, which I'm glad, John, because my daughter now has a best friend. Every little lady needs a sister. They need a sister to go shopping with, to call when boy trouble and school trouble and college. She needed this best friend. So
that's it.
That's
good. Now I apologize that I was, kind of MIA. I've been traveling the country, doing my thing, and I have a great picture I wanted to show you.
Let me see. You don't got to apologize, John. You're busy.
Listen, I was driving ATVs, side-by-sides. We were out with a fantastic charity called Military Mobility. And Military Mobility focuses on taking vets and keeping them moving in life. So I went out with them with Military Mobility. You would love this charity. But we were driving side-by-sides, like the ATVs, and we were doing a particular shot where I was going to be going through some mud and it was going to be a big splash, and things didn't go according to plan. Courtney, pull up that picture if you've got that. Let me see. Yeah.
No. Oh my gosh, are you okay?
Next time I see you, I could use a little bit of a neck massage, maybe something. Here's what happened. So go full screen with that, Herbert, if you can, because look at this. This is crazy physics. We're pole vaulting. It's much deeper than it looks. And the wheels that were on dry land just spun around, planted, and the ATV went up and paused, and then the tire slipped underneath, so I went over. And so then I'm hanging from the driver's side, and the seatbelt's the only thing that's keeping me up. I had a helmet, I had a seatbelt. Nobody else was in it, but it was a little hairy because I had to get out. I'm like, oh my God, are we leaking gas? What's happening? So it was pretty amazing. Although it was scary, it was pretty awesome.
Wow, John. Well, I'm glad you're okay. That's wild. So was that at the beginning of the trip, or?
It was day one. That was day one of the trip. Yes.
That sucks. It just sucks because, then you got all the boys looking at you like this guy, oh, now because I'm sure you guys rode more, right? I mean, it was a trip about getting outdoors and ATVs and, John.
So here's what's funny is I was with a bunch of Navy SEALs, but it was with a whole bunch of Navy SEALs, a whole bunch of, ex-military folks from, all the different branches. And we were out there with Kill Cliff because Kill Cliff was founded by a Navy SEAL and run by a Navy SEAL. So I was out there, and so I flipped this vehicle, but I was the last vehicle in the line.
So they left.
I was last. So they were gone, and there was no GPS, no cell phone service, and we are in the middle of nowhere, Wyoming, like literally stranded. So I was with somebody from Killcliff, our creative director, and he's like, "Oh my God, what's going to happen? What are we going to do?" And I said, "You know what? There are better people to get lost with, because I don't think they're going to leave us out here for very long." The no man left behind thing.
Yes.
I said, they're going to go to the next stop and realize, they're going to wait 15 minutes and we're not going to be there, and they're going to come back. And sure enough, they come hauling ass back. We were gone for a little bit. And so that ATV is up on its side, and it was in mud. So there's no way to get out. And I said, we need a tow strap, and nobody had a tow strap. And I'm not kidding you, Lacey. It was like God was listening, and along comes an old timer in like a Suburban. We flag him down, and I'm like, "Hey, do you have a tow strap?" He's like, "Yes, I do." And we get a tow strap, tip it back over, and boom, on our way.
Wow. I mean, it sounds like a fun, I don't know how many days you were out there, but started off a little rocky, but I mean, at least you're safe, Maybe you go get a massage or see a chiropractor. I mean, you're wearing your seatbelt. That's the main thing. Speaking of military, so I actually had a little traveling of my own. I had to go down to Florida for military makeover with Montel Williams, and I got to hang out with some veterans and help with remodeling a home. So that'll air on Lifetime. So make sure you guys check that out, because it was really awesome. I didn't get to ride ATVs, but I will say I got to get on the water, go paddle boarding, go to a spa, because she was a female veteran. So we got to kind of relax and talk about mental health in different ways. So that just shows you right there the different avenues that military members can take with PTSD or whatever they're struggling with. It's awesome that people like, what was the company called that you went out with, the veteran company?
Military Mobility.
So you've got like military mobility, military makeover, all these veteran companies that come up with things that people that are suffering with mental health, PTSD, physical ailments, whatever, you name it, they can still go out and have a good time, whether it's a spa day, paddle boarding out on the water, or ATVs, riding and flipping over ATVs. There's different avenues that so many people that are suffering with different things can take to kind of get fresh air or find their peace within themselves. And John, I mean, was it relaxing after that? Riding in the Wyoming mountains it's got to be beautiful, right?
Yeah, it was amazing. We after we went ATVing, we then went to whitewater rafting, and one former. Courtney, do you have that clip that you can play full screen of the big splash? Like, this is pretty good. So I'm shooting on my phone. And everybody's in here. Check this out. Check this out. Watch this. So here we are. It's kind of like we're gelling. We're having a good time. That's John Timar, the CEO of Killcliff, on the right. We have gentleman Sorrell, who's in the front, on the front right there. And we're all just kind of just hanging out, not thinking much is going to happen. You see these waves kind of coming. And I wasn't too worried. So I'm holding the phone, and of course I'm not paddling. So everybody was yelling at me like, "You should be paddling, you should be paddling." And this little baby wave that's right in front of us doesn't look like it's going to do much. I mean, so nobody's like bracing for impact, but watch what ends up happening. So Sorrell is sitting there, and he just changed seats, and we're like, "Uh-oh, here's the wave. Uh-oh, wait a minute. Oh!"
Oh my gosh. Look at his feet. He almost flipped down.
Oh my God. It was hilarious. It was so hilarious. We all got just smashed by this wave, but it didn't look like much coming at us. So the water just kind of like fell out. It was pretty amazing. So
that looks incredible. What a freaking experience. Have you ever been whitewater rafting before this?
I have. I've been whitewater rafting in a few places. The best place I've ever been was called the Gulch. I believe it's called the Gulch Dam in West Virginia. In October, in October, they released the dam and all the water, and everybody can look it up. I think it's Gulch, and it's in the Appalachian Mountains. It's all the water is dammed up, and then before winter hits, they let all the water go because it's going to collect all the snow runoff, and it creates several Class 5 rapids. I mean, it's like fold the raft in half, get thrown. I mean, it's definitely exhilarating, dangerous, but a total blast.
But Wyoming was the prettiest, right? Had to have been.
It was. I mean, it was really pretty. Now, remember, I lived in Utah for a long time, so I'm kind of used to that surrounding.
So, John, a lot of times on American Brain and Brawn, we discuss like stuff that we have coming up, and like, so I have Father's Day coming up, as you know, and every year, me and my daughter, she's now 8, we have to plan something fun to do. And speaking of water and weather, my husband wanted to go to Destin, Florida, beautiful Destin beach, his favorite beach. Now, so of course I get the Airbnbs, I schedule everything. I've got us parasailing set up, snorkeling, shelling, all this amazing stuff. And then look at the weather, John. It's literally 80% thunderstorms the entire time. And I am so bummed out. So anybody out there who lives in Destin, has been to Destin, I need some indoor awesome activities to do because I'm so sad. Like, I feel like I ruined his entire Father's Day because all my plans are shot and we leave tomorrow.
So I have a house down near Destin. I've got a house down in Seaside, which is like a half hour away from Destin. So the indoor stuff to do, Destin actually has incredible outlet malls. And that's a day, I mean, huge. I mean, it's an outdoor mall, massive, awesome shopping. Everywhere is open for business. So that I would highly encourage. You know, there's a place called, I think it's called Big Dick's. It's either Big Dick's or just Dick's. It's a restaurant. And the theme of the restaurant, you've got to go. You have to go because the theme of it is they're just super rude. And they're like teasing everyone, like totally bagging on everybody. And everyone's just laughing their asses off.
Can an 8-year-old go? Like my daughter's good to go?
Yeah, she can go. Yeah, she can go. There's no age limit. They kind of tone it down accordingly, but they're just super mean. Like they'll just take the menus and throw them at you and say, just order whatever. And it's like, hey, I want a hamburger. It's like, hey, sweetie, I think you should lay off the hamburger. We're gonna get you a salad.
Oh my gosh, that would be hilarious, especially with Summer. God. I'm not gonna tell her. I'm not gonna tell her anything about it and just see her reaction.
Oh my God, it's amazing. So it's either called Big Dicks or Dicks, and it's hilarious. Just people being super rude.
I gotta go. And then on Father's Day, we have on the 20th, we have the pay-per-view, Hell in a Cell. John, if you're not gonna watch it, clear your schedule because this pay-per-view is gonna be incredible. And I'm not gonna be there, but that's okay because guess what I get to do?
What do you get to do?
I get to be in the WWE watch along where me and my belly baby are going to come and we get to watch the pay-per-view. So I get to run my mouth because I may not be able to be there physically, but honey, verbally, I'm going to be all over the place, putting in my 2 cents. So I'm excited about that. Not only just to get to see the WWE wrestlers out there kicking butt and taking names, but that I get to watch firsthand and, get to talk a little bit and with fans and see a couple of the matches. Hopefully Charlotte Flair and Rhea Ripley.
Wow. And now what day is that? Saturday?
The 20th. It's Sunday.
Oh, they're doing the pay-per-view on Sunday.
Yeah, they do.
All right. What time?
So, I think kickoff starts, I have to double check, but I think it's around 7.
Okay.
But don't hold me to that because I'm
holding you to it.
I've been literally sitting here waddling now, trying to eat my veggies. And like when I got the phone call yesterday, out of the blue, I was like, what? Of course, I want to watch the pay-per-view. I want to be in it, but but here we are. So yeah, make sure you guys tune in, check your local listings,
Awesome.
get the pay-per-view because it's going to be awesome.
Now, tell me this. How are you doing? How are you feeling? How's the baby bump coming along? Give us the update.
Okay, well, you know what? Since you asked, I'll show my, hey, I can't move as good as I used to, John.
Uh-oh. Whoa, now that's a bump. Oh.
But I will say my WWE shop shirt still fits me. So it's pulling it a little bit, but I still fit in some of my clothes. No, I'm doing good. So I don't have gestational diabetes. We talked about my thyroid. I've completely changed my eating. I've been working out every day. I've been trying to stay in shape. But it's just, you got to keep moving. And I've been trying to hit the gym even whenever I don't feel like it, but I've also been taking naps. So as you've been traveling a lot, you've been working with Kill Cliff and going to these awesome things, but you gotta keep going and also take time for yourself. So I've been taking naps and stuff because that's important. So no matter what it is you're going through, if it's pregnancy, try to do the best you can in life. But when you need to take those naps, when you need to relax or go ride ATVs and in the mountain air, whatever you have to do in life, and that's what I'm feeling right now, especially with having time off to not only have a child, but mentally I'm trying to use this time to take time for myself and realize the blessings behind a lot of things in life. So, one nap at a time, one workout at a time. I'm starting to, gain a little bit, but it's all part of the process. You just have to make the best of it and drink a lot of water, John.
That's right. Well, one thing that I noticed now that I live in Georgia, got a place down in Florida, just went up to Wyoming, went out to Arizona. I'll tell you what, the country right now, there are just places that are open and everything is pretty much back to normal. I mean, there's no mask, no social distancing, no restrictions, no nothing in the states that I just went to. But then there are still other states where there are some restrictions on, and some people are cool about it. Some people are fed up with it. It just seems like you can kind of feel that everything's going to have to open. States that are not open just aren't going to survive.
Right.
People are having too much fun, have too much money to spend, and need to get out and do stuff.
Right. WWE is starting to tour live again. So, obviously they're going to take the precautions that they need to take to, be as safe as they possibly can and need to be with everything going on, factoring in statistics and all that. But, they're literally allowing, and I am so jealous, John, because now I was still, active with WWE wrestling when the pandemic hit. So starting back in March of 2019 and then 2020 coming up, and just the change was wild to me that we lost the fans. We were doing it. And WWE is really good at trying to still provide entertainment, do what they need to do with this pandemic that hit out of nowhere. But they are now transitioning into live events, and I'm not going to get to be there. And I'm very upset, but you know what? There are so many awesome WWE superstars that are about to show up and show out, and I would give anything to come to one of those live events, especially the first one, because I know personally how bad these WWE superstars want to be in front of live fans. We have done, and they have done the best they can being on, and if you could imagine, John, being on a screen trying to tell a story and show this emotion and just this aggression, but there's no fans in front of you. But that's over. Just like you said, things are opening up, and WWE is running with the ball and going straight to live events. So I'm so excited to, just to get back in the game because we'll be live. I mean, there will be fans out there when Lacey Evans returns, and that just motivates me.
Yeah, that's what, I went to the UFC fight this weekend where Israel Adesanya defended his middleweight title. He's a Kill Cliff athlete, and we went out there to Phoenix. I actually was in Glendale. I mean, it's a, 20,000 seat arena. packed, every seat sold out, everybody, elbow to elbow, cheering their brains out. Oh my God, it was amazing.
Did you just feel that like fire, that you just haven't felt in so long, to where you're just
Well, it's cool, but you want to know what was interesting is it definitely didn't have as big of an impact on me, because in Georgia we have not had any restrictions. So I've been going to every single sporting event for my kids, and big crowds. So it's just like the country is it seems it's very almost tribal, right? Like, because this county will have one set of rules and this county has another set of rules. And, I've just been very fortunate where I have not really been affected a whole lot. So
I think mostly through, and being out and about here in South Carolina, they were very relaxed, but, some cities are different, like you state, but with WWE, they, it's their job. They had to take full precaution across the board. So, I kind of got to see that side of things, like on a professional company standpoint.
Right.
And unfortunately, I'm going to miss going back to live events, right in this time. But I only got less than 4 months left till I pop this baby out, John. And
Jeez.
I'm jumping.
It's already
back
been
in
5 months. It's been 6 months.
Isn't that wild?
Oh my God, that's crazy. Remember, it is a
little over 5 months
cycle. It's a 10-month cycle. It's 40 weeks.
Yeah, well, I plan on doing some split jumps and some sprints here in about.
You need to it's okay to be a few weeks early.
Hey, we need to get this ball moving, John. Okay.
Exactly.
I want to meet my little lady, and I want to start kicking ass and taking names. Okay.
That's right. So come October, you're back in action. Close.
Well, at the end of October is when my little lady is due, which I have some names picked out, but I'm not going to mention them just yet.
What?
Yeah. But yeah, so she's due at the end of October, and depending on, we'll see how the doctors and WWE doctors and officials, and I'm going to do things the right way and make sure everybody's healthy and my family's set up and good to go. I mean, as a mom, my family comes first, but they're supportive of the whole WWE superstar side, and they know I'm excited, and it's you just got to be able to handle stuff. So we're, as a family, planning now so we can get back in and do what it is that we love to do.
That's awesome. All right, so coming up next week, or on Sunday, you're going to be in the WWE watch party room for the pay-per-view event. And then what do you got coming up for next week?
Well, nothing, John. I got some chickens I need to feed and some gardening that's growing. And, like I said, that time to myself and, just that mental health self-care that I've been working on. And it's been great. I'm glowing, and it's not just from pregnancy, it's self-care. So next week I'm going to a lot of meditation. I've started more yoga with this pregnancy. So yeah, it's just doing what I got to do to be ready. Cause 4 months is going to fly by.
It's going to fly by.
I know.
All right. Well, listen, I actually have to jump. Our show next week is going to be a special one, because between now and Wednesday, we're going to jump on to Brinks TV and have a lot of trivia, a lot of polls, a lot of prizes. We have to line it up. We'll be making announcements because you have a lot of time to think. You got a lot of time on your hands. So I'm going to need you to step up and to contribute somehow. And understand that our audience wants to interact with us. So they're going to be able to pop on the screen. They're going to give out prizes. We're going to have trivia questions and do a total American Brain and Brawn a palooza.
Well, before you jump off, John, we do love to have our fans come in, join us. And what if, now that we know it's a girl, could they actually, we put a poll out there for, pick 3 names that I will come with. So they're going to be 3 names that I've already chose, and they could actually help me choose a fitting name. And that'll be one of them, because we know it's a girl now. So, and we keep our friends and our fans and their thoughts in our hearts. So yeah, they can come out and join us, and I'll have some big questions that I need help answering myself.
That's right. All right, we're also going to have a big prize. So we're going to reward people for watching Brain and Brawn live. And we're going to pick out baby's name. I don't know if you're going to accept what the masses say, but we're going to tell you what we want your baby to be named. And we're going to be giving out lots of prizes, trivia, all kinds of stuff. So, Lacey, I want to tell you something. You look incredible. You got that glow about you. I don't know if it's the yoga, the baby, or both, but you look incredible. And I have to say, I'm really good looking too. So I'm not just saying that about you. I'm just being honest,
Whatever floats your boat, John.
Okay. All right, everybody, God bless you, and we will see you next week.
Bye, you nasties.